Devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka is Shloka number 23, chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. Yotsyamananaveksheham
Yotsyamanaan aveksheham
ya etetra samagataha
yate trasamagataha
dhartarashtrasya durbuddhehe
dhartarashtrasya durbuddhehe
yuddhe priyachikirshavaha.
yuddhe priyachikirshavaha.
Okay, word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yotsyamanam,
Yotsyamana,
those who will be fighting.
those who will be fighting.
Avekshe,
Avekshe,
let me see.
let me see.
Aham,
Aham,
I,
ye,
who,
ete,
those,
atra,
here,
here,
samagataha,
samagadaha,
assembled, dhartarashtrasya,
dhartarashtrasya,
for the son of Dhritarashtra,
for the son of Dhritarashtra,
durbuddhehe,
durbuddhehe,
evil-minded,
evil-minded,
yuddhe,
yuddhe,
in the fight, priya, well, chikirshabaha,
chikirshabaha,
wishing.
wishing.
Translation. Let me see those
who
have come here to fight,
have come here to fight,
wishing to please
the
evil-minded son
of
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra.
So this is Arjuna still speaking to Krishna. First he has asked Krishna to take the chariot in between the two armies. Why? He's giving a reason. He says, well, let me see who has come here to fight. Does Arjuna not know who has come here to fight? Of course he does. But he wants to see who all have sided with Duryodhana, the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Prabhupada writes, it was an open secret that Duryodhana wanted to usurp the kingdom of the Pandavas by evil plans in collaboration with his father Dhritarashtra. Therefore, all persons who had joined the side of Duryodhana must have been birds of the same feather. Arjuna wanted to see them on the battlefield before the fight was begun, just to learn who they were. But he had no intention of proposing peace negotiations with them. So all Arjuna wanted to see was who are all the kings from across the world who had sided with Duryodhana. Not that he was planning to get into peace negotiations with them. He just wanted to see for himself who were the people who were so adharmic themselves that they took the wrong side. It was also a fact that he wanted to see them to make an estimate of the strength which he had to face. Although he was quite confident of victory because Krishna was sitting by his side. You could say that's a bit of overconfidence, is it? That if the Lord is sitting by your side, you think you're always going to be victorious, no matter what. No, that's not the thought process. It's just that the Lord is on the side of those who are dharmic. You may not get your way all the time, but the Lord will certainly get his way. So whatever the Lord's way is always accepted by the devotee as the best course of action for them. So Arjuna had no concerns. Whatever Krishna did, see, up until this war, they had already suffered so much. Not once did they question Krishna saying, hey, we've been your great devotees for so long. What are you doing sending us so many troubles? Not once did the Pandavas or Draupadi or Kunti Devi talk to Krishna and ask him, why? What have we done that we are suffering like this? So a devotee is quite calm and peaceful about the fact that Krishna will only do the right thing for him. Even if the right thing means some temporary suffering. The right thing that Krishna always does for you is for your spiritual well-being. He may not do the right thing for you in your opinion, what you think is the right thing materially. But Krishna always wants to protect the devotion of his devotees. Arjun was fearless. The Supreme Lord was his charioteer. His outlook was that the Pandavas were legitimately entitled to half the kingdom of Hastinapur. But the wicked sons of Dhritarashtra, the Kauravas, had not agreed to share. Arjuna was ready for battle, eager to get back what was rightfully theirs and punish them for all their past wrongdoing. So, if at all one had to settle scores for all of the bad things that the Kauravas had done to them, then this was the perfect medium on the battlefield to take out their anger on the wrongdoers. His request for the chariot to be placed in the middle of the battlefield was to take a closer look at the Kaurava army. Arjuna wanted to see all those who had taken the side of injustice. He wanted to punish them equally as they had chosen to be on the wrong side. None of them would be spared. So even Krishna's, one of the Akshapanis, went on to the other side. That's because they wanted to be obedient to Krishna. His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu asks the question that we all ask ourselves: how can we act wisely in difficult situations? How to act wisely when we face perplexing situations? How can we act wisely? By the proper interaction between our intentions and our perceptions. So intention is the desire that you have. The perception is the way you have interpreted everything around you. So let's understand. When intentions should redirect our perceptions. Suppose a specialized surgeon comes to a crowded medical ward. They may want to help many patients, but only they can operate on critically ill patients. Remembering this, they choose to focus on those patients. That means if you're a specialized surgeon and the medical ward is busy with many, many patients, and since your specialization is to save life in a very critical situation, then you'll choose to focus on those patients who fall into that category and leave the other patients for other doctors to handle. When perceptions should reshape our intentions, suppose we are furious with someone, we rush to confront them, but we see that they are injured. They were in a horrible accident that killed their family. We will decide to postpone or even cancel the confrontation. Right? So somebody has done us something wrong and we are ready to confront them. But in the process, we discover that they've been through a very rough time recently. Then it will be quite embarrassing for you to still insist on confronting. So what will you do? Either you will postpone it or you will say, let's just forget it. It's not worth it, given the fact that they're going through such a tough time. Let's apply this dynamic to the battlefield setting of the Bhagavad Gita. Two dynamics, right? When intentions redirect our perception. When perception should reshape our intentions. Arjuna arrived there intending to fight against the Kauravas. But when he saw his venerable elders such as Bhishma and Drona on the opposite side, that perception changed his intention. So how did Arjuna's perception change his intention? What was his intention? His intention was to fight. What was his perception? Here are those people that I admire, that I worship. How can I kill them? So the perception of seeing elders across from him on the other side changed his intention of wanting to fight. He did not want to fight anymore. Whereas earlier he was thinking of his opponents as accomplices of the evil-minded Duryodhana. Right in this particular shloka, what is Arjuna saying? Let me see all those who've taken the side of Duryodhana. Well, if that's the case, we have to club Bhishma and Drona in that category of not making the right decision. So earlier he was thinking of his opponents as accomplices of the evil-minded Duryodhana. He started seeing them as his own relatives. So from enemies in 1 millisecond to they're mine, thereby losing his will to fight. Thus, he let his perceptions change his intention. His perception was, Dronacharya is mine, Bhishma Dev is mine, I adore them, they have done so much for me. How can I harm even a hair on their head? So sometimes seeing the current situation, you change your plan. Just like you wanted to confront somebody, but you find out they've been in a horrible accident and they've lost someone, then your plan changes. Gita wisdom expanded both his intentions and his perceptions. He was not fighting just to win a kingdom. He was fighting to assist the divine in establishing the rule of virtue in the world. So this is probably the most important aspect. Arjuna was not fighting for himself. Arjuna was fighting ultimately to please Krishna. What did Krishna want to do? He wanted to re-establish dharma. And to do that, he needs the help of his devotees. So sometimes the devotees are engaged in activities that helps the Lord re-establish dharma. His opponents were eternal souls. He could best help them by stopping them from their evil actions and by freeing them from their bodily entanglements, thus letting their souls evolve to a better position. This expanded vision empowered him to act resolutely. Now, this is a little bit difficult to understand, and maybe sometimes it's difficult to accept also. When somebody is committing sinful activities after sinful activities after sinful activities, so much so they begin to accumulate so much negative karma that it is better to end their life so that they have a chance to start fresh in the next life. So if Duryodhana has committed so many evil actions, the best outcome for him is to be put to death on this battlefield, so that in his next life he may start fresh. Maybe he can become a devotee and get rid of all the sins that he has committed in his prior lives. That way, the soul has an opportunity to evolve into a higher level of consciousness. This expanded vision empowered him to act resolutely, which is that he decided this is in my best interest and their best interest also. So in that sense, it's a win-win situation. I am helping Krishna because this is what Krishna desires. I am also helping these souls that are trapped in this vicious cycle of vikarma. And by putting them to death, I'm giving them, or rather through the Lord is giving them an opportunity to start all over again, to have a fresh start. If we let Gita wisdom guide our intentions and perceptions, we too can act more wisely. Wisdom means to know when our intentions should redirect our perceptions, and when our perceptions should reshape our intentions. So here Arjuna wants to know exactly who has come here to fight him. But in that process, his intention is going to change based on his vision of two personalities that he really admires and respects and loves. That'll come in upcoming shloka.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.